So yeah, let's get it down. And then at the beginning of our end step, each player reveals a card. Yeah, we just lost 2 life because they do have an Assassin's Trophy. That is unfortunate. And they lost 7 life because we hit them with a Virtue of Persistence. Summon Fenrir. Search their library. And you know what? We're just going to go with another Duskmourn claim, and then a Surveil land is a really nice combo because we can see what's on top. We're going to reveal a land. Nah, I don't think so. We want to try and hit you for a little bit more damage. Both of these are popping off right now. Can we deal 13 damage to the opponent? Oh, only 4 damage. Oh, they're down to 1. We revealed a Summon Bahamut and another Duskmourn claim. So I think we'll get the opponent next turn. I think they see the writing on the wall as well. Wow, that was absolutely hilarious. Opponent was down to 1 HP in a dream, but yeah, no way to answer both of these. Like I said, guys, we're here for one thing and one thing only. I could have played Virtue of Persistence to gain 3 life to go up to 8 myself, but yeah, don't have enough mana to do that play. And like I said, we're here for one thing and one thing only. The deck started us off with 3 of these Duskmourn claim, so we're gonna use it, see if we can actually get the opponent. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to another MTG Arena Standard video. Today we have a really fun deck for you guys. Before I actually talk about the deck, let's take a quick peek at our the mana requirements for the cards in our deck. At 6+ mana requirement, we have 24 cards. So 24 cards in our deck cost 6 mana or more. We have a few 1-drops, no 2-drops, a few 3-drops, 4-drops, and 5-drops, but the overwhelming majority of cards in our deck are 6 mana or more, and that is the title of today's deck. It is Claim to Fame, because we are trying this new card from the Spider-Man set, or the Through the Omen Path set, for 3 mana. Duskmourn's Claim says it's an enchantment, so we get it down for 3 mana, and at the beginning of our end step, 2 target players, so it's just going to be us and our opponent, reveal the top card of the library, and then the opponent loses life equal to the mana value of the card we reveal, and we will lose life equal to the mana value of the card that they reveal. So that is why so many of these cards are mana value 6 or more, and it's a little bit, I don't want to say cheating, but not all of them actually do cost 6 mana or more. Like Push Pull, for instance, we can cast the push side for 2 mana that says destroy target tapped creature. We can also cast the pull side for 6 mana, return 2 target creature cards from our graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste, sacrifice them at the end of your turn. But Push Pull together costs 8 mana. But again, you can cast that for 2 mana, the push side, for instance. Same with the Unholy Annex. For 3 mana, you actually get the Unholy Annex, and then you can unlock it for 5 mana. So again, 8 mana in total, but you don't have to spend 8 mana to cast it. Unholy Annex, you pay 3 mana for it, of course. And same with Cease and Desist. Cease, you can cast for 2 mana. You get to exile 2 cards from a graveyard. I don't think that's too important. And for 6 mana, you can cast the Desist side, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. But together, that is an 8 mana card that gets revealed to the opponent. So they would lose 8 life whenever we reveal one of these Push Pull, Cease or Desist, or Unholy Annex, Ritual Chamber. So that's really nice. Same with Virtue of Persistence. This is a 7 mana card, but you can cast the 2 mana Sorcery Adventure side, where a target creature gets -3/-3, and we gain 2 life. So for 2 mana, again, we can cast this card. It's a little bit of removal, so a little bit of removal, which is nice, and a little bit of life gain to help us stay alive. We do have a few stabs in there. For 1 mana, target creature gets -2/-2. Just, you know, because we do need to survive long enough until we can get Duskmourn Claim out. So we're also playing with Villainous Wrath for 5 mana. Also a new card from the Spider-Man set. Target opponent will lose life equal to the number of creatures they control, and then we get to destroy all creatures. So a really nice board wipe right there. Again, it has that life drain kind of built into it as well, where they lose life equal to the number of creatures they have. And then we're also playing with Summon Bahamut for 9 mana. That is just a 9 mana card that we're playing with, if we reveal that one, opponent will lose 9 life, basically half their life right there. And same with Vein Ripper for 6 mana. Opponent would lose 6 life. But again, Vein Ripper is also just such a nice creature because he's a 6/5 vampire with flying. Whenever a creature dies, the opponent loses 2 life and we gain 2 life. If we are ever able to get Vein Ripper into the graveyard, then there is also a push-pull combo where if we have 2 Vein Rippers in the graveyard, we cast Pull for 6 mana. We would return 2 Vein Rippers from the graveyard, so they do have to be in the graveyard, but then they both gain haste, and then you sacrifice them at the end of your turn. So both of them swing through for 12 damage. If the opponent is at 20 life, they lose 12 life right there, and then you sacrifice them. That does count as a creature dying. They both see each other dying, so then that does another 8 damage to the opponent right there. So yeah, that is why we're playing with a lot of expensive cards, but again, a lot of them you can cast for much, much cheaper than the full mana cost, and yeah, opponent will lose 8 life. That's pretty good value for us, and a lot of decks in Standard right now are playing really, really, you know, low to the ground, or, you know, very mana efficient decks, you know, 2-3 mana. It's kind of where most decks are right now, or at least a lot of the decks. So this Duskmourn's Claim, it is definitely going to be one-sided in our favor, at least. And since we are playing with a little bit of green for cease and desist, I mean, destroying all artifacts and enchantments, really nice against the Simulacrum Synthesizer deck. We are splashing in a few green sources just so that we can actually cast cease and desist if need be. But, I mean, this is primarily just a mono-black deck. So, yeah, let's jump into some games and see if we can make our claim to fame. I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we get to go first. Really, really nice hand right here. We have Duskmourn's Claim. It is an enchantment, and it's not legendary, so we can get both of them down, which will be awesome. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. I don't think I mentioned it in the deck intro, but if the opponent were to lose life that turn, they lose twice that much life. So if we do reveal a push-pull, for instance, they would lose 8 life. If we have Bloodletter on the battlefield, then they would lose 16 life, which is absolutely crazy. And then draw a card. I'm not sure if they're doing anything with the graveyard just yet, but maybe we'll cast a cease and desist. That might also tell them what we're running with. So maybe we'll actually keep cease and desist in our hand for right now. It is a duress, so opponent might get rid of 1 Duskmourn Claim, non-creature card. So they could get rid of cease and desist if they are playing with the graveyard. They might maybe think we're trying to do some stuff with the graveyard, so they do get rid of our push-pull. That really is not what our combo is about, so I'm really happy that they left our Duskmourn Claim. So yeah, let's get it down, and then at the beginning of our end step, each player reveals a card. Yeah, we just lost 2 life because they do have an Assassin's Trophy. That is unfortunate, and they lost 7 life because we hit them with the Virtue of Persistence. Summon Fenrir. Search their library, and you know what? We're just gonna go with another Duskmourn Claim, and then a Surveil land is a really nice combo because we can see what's on top. We're going to reveal a land. Nah, I don't think so. We want to try and hit you for a little bit more damage. Both of these are popping off right now. Can we deal 13 damage to the opponent? Oh, only 4 damage. Oh, they're down to 1. We revealed a Summon Bahamut and another Duskmourn Claim. So I think we'll get the opponent next turn. I think they see the writing on the wall as well. Wow, that was absolutely hilarious. Opponent was down to 1 HP in a dream, but yeah, no way to answer both of these. I'm pretty sure that we don't hit 2 lands off the top, so yeah, we could even get Bloodletter of Aclazotz down next turn. Then any damage we deal would be doubled. But, I mean, when you're at 1 HP, you can't take any damage whatsoever. So that was a really, really funny first game. And, yeah, Duskmourn Claim, it got it done for us. So, GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. And we have Duskmourn Claim. Let's absolutely go. We get the Mortuary on turn 1, get some Surveil action. Then go with Virtue of Persistence on turn 2 if they are a creature deck, and then we can get the Duskmourn Claim starting to roll out and dish out some damage to our opponent. And they are here, so yeah, Surveil. Vein Ripper, he can actually go in the graveyard, because if we do eventually find push-pull, that is a nice spot to have Mr. Ripper himself. Doesn't look like the opponent is a creature deck. So I think it's fingers crossed that it is no counterspell. We did draw another Duskmourn claim, so that is quite nice. They could also have a Get Lost, some enchantment removal. But if this card does stay on the battlefield, I think we'll be dealing way too much damage to them. And they can't really prevent that damage, so... Opponent does let it go, and it goes straight to our end step, and they lose 9 life. They reveal the land, so they're basically halfway dead right now. That you love to see. And yeah, here comes... He's letting it go again. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. Opponent will have to discard because they have 8 cards in hand. They drop off a land. Should we just go for another one? I mean, it probably eats a counter spell, but we already have one of them on the battlefield. They just have 1 white mana available, so if it is a Get Lost, then they can only remove 1 of them. And the opponent is just rolling with it. Let's see what we reveal. The opponent could literally be dead right now. They lose 4 life from Bloodletter. We just revealed another land. Oh, and just a land. Okay, that was a pretty bad hit. But, I mean, we do have 2 of these down. Opponent will have to answer both of them. Your Day of Judgment doesn't help you out. And, yeah, not sure if they had a counterspell or not, because letting the second one go through was pretty crazy. The first one as well. When they didn't counter that one, we could honestly just sit back. Their counterspells don't do anything for them because we could choose not to cast any creatures. And I mean, yeah, first hit was a summon Bahamut. Got them basically halfway dead, so yeah, GG. All right, guys, opponent does go first. We do have Duskmourn claim. A 2-lander is pretty risky, but I will try it out. Up against Orzhov. Oh, and we do hit the land drop, which is absolutely amazing. Can even go with Virtue of Persistence on turn 2 if they play a creature. Broodheart Engine, they are looking to do some graveyard BS. But hey, that's where Cease and Desist can actually be pretty important. So, yeah, next turn we'll get down Duskmourn Claim. They get to Surveil. They throw the Herald of Eternal Dawn. All right, I wonder if they are trying, with these colors, I wonder if they're trying to do Parination, where they bring this creature back. It gains Indestructible and Hexproof, so we're definitely going to have to keep Cease and Desist open. But yeah, I'm going to hope that this turn they choose not to reanimate this creature, because Parination, I think, does cost 7 mana. Wait, why did Duskmourn claim? Oh my gosh, this guy has Hexproof, so the Crystal Barricade's actually saving him right now. Can we remove that creature? Oh my gosh, that is too funny that he has that. Alright, well, we will go with Unholy Annex. Get some card draw, which is pretty nice. Could go double Virtue of Persistence, then we can remove the Crystal Barricade. And yeah, I'm pretty sure 2, 4, 5. Well, now I'm not 100% sure how much Parination costs. I think it might be 6 mana. It's not 7 mana, so I think we have to keep Cease and Desist open. So we need to draw one more land is what we need. There's another Cease and Desist, which is really nice. It gets to Surveil. So yeah, we always just need to keep 2 mana open. 4, 4. Opponent with some more Surveil action. They get rid of a Split Up and a Day of Judgment. So yeah, they're trying to just keep the board clear until they can reanimate their Herald of Eternal Dawn. It's going into our turn. Do hit the land, which is really nice, so we can we'll go ahead and name Assassin. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's see, with 6 mana, 2/2/2, then we can keep open Cease and Desist. Let's make sure the auto tapper does not screw us. So we'll go ahead and remove this creature. And then we'll go ahead and remove this creature fully. So now finally our Duskmourn claim can start putting in some work. And I mean, we are going to lose 2 life from the Unholy Annex, but let's hopefully we can reveal. Oh, we revealed just a land. That is unfortunate. Return from a single graveyard. Oh, I was going to say, if he puts another powerful creature in the graveyard, we could hit them with the push-pull. Yeah, there's Paranation, so I called it early. That is 100% why we keep that there. We'll get rid of the Crystal Barricade as well. We're going to go ahead and gain 2 life, and we're going to go ahead and draw a card. You don't need those creatures in your graveyard, buddy. Yeah. Oh, and drawing another Cease and Desist is really nice. And you know what? Let's get down another Duskmourn claim. As funny as it would be to get another one down, we would only have 1 mana then. So, yeah, unfortunately, we have to just have these 2 go ahead and deal some damage, please. Oh, no, we revealed another land. Wow. 3 hits from us, and it has been nothing but lands. That is kind of crazy. But I think we can... I thought we had 2 Vein Rippers in the graveyard. 9 plus 6 is 15, and then 2 creatures dying. Yeah, opponent would be down to 1, but we could blow up the Broodheart engine. 6. We do need a land, though. An untapped land. And then we could go for the push-pull. And yeah, the opponent is down 1 Paranation. It's the doll. Oh, I think we can actually get the opponent now, because we can blow this creature up with Summon Bahamut. That counts as a creature dying. They'll get drained from Vein Rippers, so we 100% got the opponent. Oh, and they get a Coma into the graveyard and a Summon Fenrir with just 1 mana left open. Summon Bahamut has flying. Vein Ripper has flying. So, again, if we... Oh, wait, no, this is just 7 mana. I was going to say we could play our Virtue of Persistence, and then we can start pulling creatures back from the graveyard, but we're a little bit off that. How much is Paranation? Oh, it's 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, guys, we could 100% go with push-pull, bring back Summon Bahamut, Vein Ripper. That's 15 damage, so they're down to 5. Summon Bahamut blows up the Fenrir. That counts as a creature dying, so the opponent gets drained for 2, so they go down to 3, and then both these creatures die, so they lose another 4 life right there. So that's 21 damage, but we're here for memes today. So Bloodletter of Aclazotz is going to deal double damage when they lose life. Now they'll be losing 8 life. That gets pushed up to 16. So I'm doing it for you guys. Let's hope that the second card revealed isn't a land. We've already had 3 land hits. We know that this one, yeah, there's 16 damage. And another land. I cannot believe it. Oh, but then the Bloodletter of Aclazotz drains them out from the Unholy Annex. Wow. I forgot of that interaction right there. But yeah. 5 hits with the Duskmourn claim, and 4 of them were lands. 1 of them was a push-pull for 8 damage. That got doubled thanks to Bloodletter of Aclazotz. So that was 16 damage right there. So that's why they went down to 4. And then finally, how can you guys forget this combo? You guys know it. Unholy Annex. When you have a demon, the opponent gets drained for 2. So they went from 4 down to 2. But again, Bloodletter of Aclazotz says that gets doubled. And again, even if that interaction didn't go off, we still had 1 Cease and Desist to remove 2 creatures from their graveyard if they did try and go with a Paranation again. So, yeah, props to the opponent for playing with Paranation. It is a really fun combo, really cool combo when you can pull it off, but it was pretty televised really early on when he got the Broodheart engine. I thought it was just your kind of standard graveyard reanimation deck, but when I saw him put the Herald of Eternal Dawn, that's when I kind of knew. So, yeah, having Cease and Desist open to stop that combo that one turn came in really clutch, because Herald of Eternal Dawn says you cannot lose the game even if you are at negative life total. So, yeah, wow, that was a really, really good game and a really fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. GG. All right, guys, opponent gets to go first, but we do have Duskmourn claims, so I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Looks like the opponent might be trying to do some graveyard shenanigans with some surveil action. So cease and desist, really nice card to have if that is the case. But right now they just throw a mountain in there, so nothing to worry about yet. I will keep the Bloodletter because we've already seen in some of the games that you can double the damage done with that combo. So, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, opponent is definitely trying to reanimate some stuff. So cease and desist is going to be really important. I just don't know if I want to get Duskmourn Claim down this turn, because then opponent on turn 4 will have a bunch of mana open, so to go for a reanimate or something like that. So we'll just go for it right now. We'll get rid of these 2 creatures, and then we get to go ahead, gain 2 life, draw a card, and here comes Duskmourn Claim, and opponent just scoops it up right away. Wow. No stick-to-itness from them. They were so upset that we got rid of their creatures. But yeah, this turn, we were going to go Duskmourn Claim. Yeah, and who knows how much damage we take from the opponent. I mean, we could also potentially take 8 damage if they reveal a Zatalpa, or maybe they're also running a Summon Bahamut. So, yeah, a little bit unfortunate they scooped it up right there. But hey, a win is a win. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first, and unfortunately, I don't think we can keep this hand. I know Virtue of Persistence, we can use the sorcery side to give -3/-3. But, yeah, I don't think we can keep it. Yeah, I don't want to take a double mulligan, but this hand, I maybe should have taken a double mulligan because we only have a turn 4 play, and that is if we hit a land drop. So, and we're up against life gain. They play a Healer's Pigeon. Villainous Wrath could be kind of nice. But no, of course, they have the Ajani's Pridemate. Ay. Well, Unholy Annex is a good draw for us, because next turn we'll get the Bloodletter down if we draw a land, of course. An untapped land. I should have specified that. Could still draw it. But yeah, they just gain some life. Gain some more life. Ay. So we're taking 6 damage. Pridemate gets pumped up again. So we're down to 11. Are we dead next turn? I think we might be. I think we're literally just dead next turn. So we'll get the Bloodletter down. We have to draw a land. Yes, we did. Okay, so we can go with the Villainous Wrath. Can go ahead and block the Ajani's Pridemate. So we're not dead. Could, of course, have a Sheltered by Ghosts. They do run that in this mono-white life gain package. They might be packing some removal. I mean, he has 13 damage on board. Ooh, it's just another creature. Gain some life. Yeah, we know you're pumping up your Ajani's Pridemate. Oh, he's just attacking with 1 creature. He's scared. Trembling in his boots. But yeah, he doesn't have the Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh, he is attacking with the Healer's Pigeon. And Halia. Hey, opponent figured it out. The opponent figured it out. Alright, we're down to 7. 100% have to play Cavern of Souls. Opponent does get some card draw. Cavern of Souls. I mean, he's not playing with any counter spells, but we'll go ahead and name Demon, I guess. And then, yeah, we'll hit him with the Villainous Wrath. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. And then we get drained for 2 right there. We can at least unlock this one next turn. We can unlock this one next turn. So Starfield Shepherd. Probably find another Healer's Pigeon, I would imagine. Maybe the Vanguard is another possibility. Oh, it's the Sanctifier, another really good creature for them. Into a land, but no creature to pump up. Ooh, that is a really nice draw as well, because we are actually really close to 7 mana. And that actually will be mana number 7, so we can get Virtue of Persistence down next turn, and then we can start taking his creatures. And we'll see how you like that. That creature does have flying, but I don't really care about that. I think we'll definitely get down Virtue. I mean, Vein Ripper could also be really nice. Vein Ripper could also be really nice. I think we actually will get Vein Ripper down. Definitely don't need another Swamp on top. We'll get Vein Ripper down, so we at least have another blocker, and then we will attack with the Demon. Opponent could choose to block, but if they do, they lose their creature, and then they'll get drained for 2, and we gain 2 life. Opponent does take 6, and we have a Demon. Stab, also a really nice pickup. So we can stab this little rabbit right here, and we can still play Virtue. But yeah, opponent gave it up, so yeah, pretty close game. I was honestly pretty scared at one moment, but the Villainous Wrath being able to just clear the board really helped us out quite a bit. So yeah, GG. All right, guys, we get to go first, and look at this hand. 3 mana, so we can get Duskmourn Claim. Hopefully by then we hit land number 4. Also have a Villainous Wrath and a Virtue of Persistence that we can use as some removal if need be on turn 2. Another Virtue of Persistence. I'll keep it on top. I will keep it. Even though this is only a sorcery, so yeah, it's not an instant. That's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, for sure we're getting Duskmourn Claim down. Opponent with the Esper Origins, so they might be playing the Unideck, even though blue is interesting. They do like what they see. We do hit our 4th land drop, so we do have the Bloodletter coming down next turn. And let's start revealing some stuff. We revealed a Summon Bahamut, so we just domed them for 9 damage, and they just showed us a land, so we took 0 damage right there. Now imagine if we had Bloodletter on the battlefield. They would have taken 18 damage right there. So, of course, that's... No, he has some enchantment removal. That's wild. All right, well, opponent is Mr. No Fun over here, but yeah, we'll get Bloodletter down. And then we haven't seen any creatures yet. I'm sure he plays a few of them. A lot of blue mana. Ancient Cornucopia, so that will help with some life gain when they play some spells. Unholy Annex, literally the perfect draw for us. I was going to say, is it a Spell Pierce? 1 mana Spell Pierce. Bloodletter for sure will attack in. Could, of course, be Into the Floodmaw to bounce our creature. He does technically have 2 mana to work with, so... well, he has more enchantment removal. We do get 1 draw step off of that, which is nice. We will be up to 5 mana, so we are working our way up to Virtue, but of course there's no creatures in any graveyards as of right now. And, I mean, the opponent is down to 7, so... And he's not even removing our Unholy Annex. That's kind of wild. I mean, I'm going to unlock this just right now before he fires off the Heritage Reclamation. I don't know if he has a bounce spell or a flash creature. Oh, he's just going to return that one. Okay, that's fine. You still get drained for 2, and we found another Bloodletter. We'll go ahead and drop off Summon Bahamut. Because if we do get up to 7 mana, then having a Summon Bahamut in the graveyard is pretty nice. Opponent's probably going to go with Heritage Reclamation, but you do have to deal with this demon right here. So, yeah, opponent is in a little bit of a pickle. Ancient Cornucopia, that will gain them quite a bit of life. He does have 4 mana to work with. An Esper Origins. So he's gaining 2 life from that, and then another 1 life from the Ancient Cornucopia. So 3 life right there. Oh, an opponent scooped it up. So, yeah, not sure what he was looking for. He did have just 2 mana to work with. Of course, with Heritage Reclamation, he could blow up the Unholy Annex, but, I mean, next turn we're getting Bloodletter down, and we're swinging through with this demon. So, yeah, opponent a little bit too slow. So, GG. Why did you have to remove our Duskmourn Claim? We could have had so much more fun if we went with that card instead. GG, though. All right, guys, opponent goes first. I will keep this hand. Hopefully we hit the 4th land drop so we can go with our Bloodletter. Virtue of Persistence can be a little bit of removal. Mono red, but with no hasty creatures, so I doubt it's a traditional mono red. There was a stick there, so definitely some burn spells. Could be a shock. Slick Shot Show Off. That is a great target for our Virtue of Persistence, and we did hit the land drop. So turn 4 will be a Bloodletter. And it does look like it is kind of traditional mono red. But another Slick Shot Show Off. Another summon Bahamut. That's a terrible draw for us. We'll keep some mana open. Maybe make him think we have a kill spell. Might make him a little bit hesitant on if he wants to play any pump spells or not. Yeah, see, and he didn't play any right there, so we'll go ahead and hit them with the Cease and Desist. We'll get the Slick Shot out of their graveyard, and then we'll be able to gain 2 life and draw a card. Surveil land. We don't need that. Could play Stab, but I know for sure this guy has... Well, I don't think there's anything that would increase this creature's toughness. So actually, I'm going to go for a Stab right now. I'm pretty sure there's nothing that can give that guy a +1. So, yeah. Your burn spells aren't really going to be doing much with no creature that you can use to pump up. So, and yeah, that was too much for the opponent. Wow, we got it done with literally just 2 of our kill spells. Stab and Virtue of Persistence. So, yeah, that's all it takes sometimes. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. 3 mana into Duskmourn Claim. I love it. I can dig it. And I will take a land. 4th land drop. I mean, we could work our way up to Virtue. Authority of the Consuls is really nice because we really don't play any creatures. So, well, that's not true. We do play a few creatures, but not too many. And it looks like it is a token, mono white token. So they are going to play the Caretaker's Talent. They could, of course, have... we revealed a Vein Ripper. That's pretty nice. I was going to say they could, of course, have Get Lost or Exorcise is a piece of enchantment removal that this deck plays. So I'm honestly going to get the Unholy Annex down. Some extra card draw for us will be quite nice. Duskmourn Claim. Go ahead and dome you for 8 damage. So opponent is down to 6. I think they just revealed another land to us, and yeah, we can go ahead and unlock the Unholy Annex. There it is. Opponents never want to have fun with the Duskmourn Claim. They never ever want to have any fun with it. Opponent is gaining quite a bit of life. Ooh, we can... but we don't have a demon, which is unfortunate. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unlock this one. I think they do gain 1 life for that. But he will get drained for 2 right now. Oh, and we have to discard a card. This is actually great. We can drop off Vein Ripper, and then we could hit them with the push-pull. What does this one say, though? They gain haste until the end of the turn. Authority of the Consuls actually shuts that whole combo off, so I'm not sure it's worth hitting the opponent with a push-pull. And since we have 2 of them, I think we can drop 1 of them off. I do want to keep the lands, and we might actually be able to finish the opponent with a Villainous Wrath. Yes, he's going to create 2 more tokens. And another token right there. How many is that? 2, 4, 6. That's 7 damage. So, gain 1, lose 2. So we'd go down to 9 to 7. Yeah, we can... Well, wait, but then he's forced to block. Let's go with Assassin. I need to think about this, guys, because if we hit him with Villainous Wrath, he's losing 2, 4, 6. He's losing 7 life right now, so we would get him literally down to just 1 HP. We would lose our demon. You know what I'm going to do, as crazy as this sounds, how much does this cost? 6 mana to unlock, 3, 4, 5. Equal to the number of creatures you control. Unfortunately, I think we have to hit him with the Villainous Wrath. I wish I could attack in. I really wish he didn't have any flyers. This is so unfortunate. We got him down to 1 HP. We're going to get drained from our Unholy Annex. Opponent with a Carrot Cake. Do they gain some life for that? No, but they can sack that one to gain some life. Yeah, I really didn't want him unlocking the Dollmaker shop, because then I think he could have finished us off. So, Virtue. I mean, I think we get Unholy Annex down, but then we have no demon. Could, of course, make the 6/6 demon right there. I think that's our best bet, honestly. Have we played a land for turn? We haven't. I will go ahead and remove this one, though. Ooh, summon Bahamut. We have 7 mana, so we could go with a Virtue, even though this guy plays no creatures of his own. Elspeth, that's pretty nasty. Well, this opponent, he literally needs... Oh, he's going to give them flying, yeah. Push pull. I think we can do... Yeah, opponent lost, because... Well, he didn't know he lost. Anyways, we were going to play Vein Ripper. He comes down, opponent would gain 1 life, so we'd go up to 4, but then we attack with the demon. He blocks with one of these creatures. That creature dies. Vein Ripper would drain him for 2, so he would go down to 2 HP then, and then the Unholy Annex would finish him off. Or we could even just unlock this side of the Unholy Annex and get some more drain there as well. So, yeah, we got the opponent. A little bit sad that they played Get Lost on our Duskmourn claim, but I mean, I understand why they had to remove it, because how much did we drain them for? I think we hit them with a push pull and a Vein Ripper, so 8 plus 6. I think we did 14 damage to them that way. So yeah, another really fun, really good game. GG. All right, guys, we have a triple Duskmourn claim to fame. I will keep it. We just have to ask our deck to provide us a land on turn 3, so can even be a tapped land next turn. I'll take that. We just need to, on turn 3, we need to hit our land drop. Even though we do have push pull and we do have stab, so let's get the swamp on turn 1 and see what the opponent's playing with. Okay, I thought it was going to be mono black discard for a second, but it looks like the Sephiroth sacrifice deck that plays no cards greater than 3 mana value. They might play Raise the Past for 4 mana, so again, this card is really going to be swinging in our favor. We do hit the land drop, which is amazing. Why could this card not be literally 1 further down? Just, why couldn't it be right under this one right here? Because then we would have been able to reveal it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Opponent with no creatures, though. So that's a little bit interesting. There is the Umbercaller Zealot, a really good creature for them. But yeah, we're just the next few turns in a row going Duskmourn claim, Duskmourn claim, Duskmourn claim, and I have a feeling we'll be able to finish off the opponent. Let's see what we reveal. A Vein Ripper, and they revealed a Greedy Freebooter, so we took 1 damage, they took 6 damage, and we're honestly just going to do it again. Then we get a double trigger off that one. It is Mr. Sephiroth himself. Sack the insect token, I believe. Drain us for 1. You gain 1 life yourself. Swing in for 3, so we're down to 14. Another Vein Ripper. We don't need that one. And like I said, we will just get down another Duskmourn claim to fame. And we could honestly finish off the opponent right now if we hit 2 of these double-sided cards. Cease and Desist, Push Pull, Unholy Annex, Summon Bahamut, even Vein Ripper's doing quite a bit. Both are land drops. And then from us, it is a Virtue of Persistence, so we hit the opponent for 7. And honestly, I'm just going to do it. We're here for one thing and one thing only. I doubt the opponent can deal 13 damage. I guess the game could technically end in a tie. Opponent is dealing 6 damage right now, plus a few sacrifice effects from Sephiroth. So yeah, we could potentially be taking like 10 damage right now. So then it actually is really risky playing another Duskmourn claim, but I think I'll do it. Yeah, opponent swings in. It's not going to sack the Umbercaller Zealot, that's for sure. Could be sitting on a bunch of removal cards. Ooh, but he gives him lifelink. No way. What a great play from the opponent. Well, we could play a land. Like I said, guys, we're here for one thing and one thing only. I could have played Virtue of Persistence to gain 3 life to go up to 8 myself, but yeah, don't have enough mana to do that play. And like I said, we're here for one thing and one thing only. The deck started us off with 3 of these Duskmourn claim, so we're going to use it, see if we can actually get the opponent. Okay, both of them are lands. Yikes. Oh, that's a Bloodletter, so we're down to 4. I think we literally need to hit a summon Bahamut. Man, these hits have been absolutely terrible. I cannot believe it. That is actually insane that with 3 of these Duskmourn hits, we just hit a mana value of 4 or less. Wow. That is a super feels bad moment. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to the post-game wrap. Today, we honestly just looked at a really, really fun, it's like a spin the roulette wheel type of deck where we play Duskmourn Claim, the Claim to Fame as I call it, this 3-mana enchantment. It enters the battlefield, and then at the beginning of our end step, we reveal a card to the opponent, and the opponent reveals a card to us from the top of the library, and then they lose life equal to the mana value of the card that we revealed, and we lose life equal to the mana value of the card they reveal. You guys can see from the deck breakdown, we have just Stab in the 1 mana slot, nothing in the 2 mana slot. Duskmourn Claim is 3 mana, Bloodletter of Aclazotz is 4 mana, Villainous Wrath is 5 mana, which honestly is getting up there, so if we revealed this, they would lose 5 life. But then, yeah, you guys can see all these cards right here. Push Pull, they would lose 8 life. Cease and Desist, they would lose 8 life. Vein Ripper, they're losing 6 life. Virtue of Persistence, they're losing 7 life. Unholy Annex, they would lose 8 life. And Summon Bahamut, they would lose 9 life. So there is a really good chance that you hit one of these cards from your deck. There is, of course, an equally as good chance that you hit one of your lands. And, of course, if you reveal a land, it has mana value 0. So that's where the roulette wheel aspect of it comes in. We literally saw in just the last game we played, I had 3 of these Duskmourn Claims on the battlefield. First one showed a land, second one showed a Bloodletter of Aclazotz, and then the third one showed a land again. So with 3 of these hits, we only had them lose 4 life. I think the opponents also revealed a few lands as well, maybe a few 1 or 2 mana creatures, and that really is why the deck is built this way. You guys know that so many decks in Standard right now are just kind of low, cheap creatures, or just, you know, cheap artifacts or enchantments, like 2-3 mana is typically where most decks are. So this Duskmourn Claim, it really does play out in your favor, but it is 100% luck based, no skill, but you know what they say, you'd rather be lucky than skillful. So yeah, that's the deck. I really don't know what else to say about it. I think one thing that I did miss in the deck intro while talking about it was the combo with Bloodletter of Aclazotz. This vampire demon says if an opponent would lose life during our turn, they lose twice that much life instead. So if on turn 3 you can go with the Duskmourn Claim, and then turn 4 you get a Bloodletter down, if you reveal a Push Pull, Cease or Desist, Unholy Annex, all of these for 8 mana, Bahamut for 9 mana, Vein Ripper for 6, or the Virtue of Persistence for 7, that would get doubled thanks to the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. So then with Push Pull, they would literally lose 16 life, which I think we did hit the opponent with that. In one of the games, I think we revealed a Push Pull. They lost 16 life from 20, so they went down to 4. And then we actually had Unholy Annex on the battlefield as well. And you guys know that combo with Bloodletter of Aclazotz and Unholy Annex. They lost 2 life because we had a demon on the battlefield. And since they lost 2 life, that got doubled up to 4 life. So that was literally a 20 life drain bomb that we just dropped on them that turn as well. So yeah, really, really fun deck. If you did pull this new card from the Spider-Man set and you're not 100% sure how to build around it, I think this deck package that we have, it honestly works really, really well. And again, it is more on the janky side. It's not super, super competitive. But it is a lot of fun. Of course, Bloodletter of Aclazotz and Unholy Annex, just such a good combo right now that those are pretty good cards that you might want to craft. Yeah, Cease and Desist and Push Pull, really not the best cards right now. Virtue of Persistence, also kind of a fringe card. Summon Bahamut is a pretty good creature. He fits in a few other decks as well. Vein Ripper, also kind of a more fringe card. He doesn't really see too much play anymore. And Villainous Wrath, I actually like this card a lot. For 5 mana, destroy all creatures. It's kind of like your Deadly Cover-Up, but the opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures that they control. So if they do play a really wide board state, I think we saw in that mono white tokens deck, we literally had them at 8 life, and then they had 7 tokens on the battlefield, so we were able to then deal 7 damage to them that way as well, and that just plays really nicely with the Duskmourn's Claim, or we try and, deal damage to them with the mana value of our cards, more so than the actual cards themselves as well. So yeah, if you guys made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. It does help me out a lot, and yeah, if you guys made it this far, please leave a comment down below of any decks that you would like to see me play. And I'm just going to end it like I always end it. I love you guys. Peace out.